Enhance your experience by becoming a supporting member. Gain access to unseen videos and video requests. 3-day free trial by visiting zionmembership.com. Chosen ones. Empaths. I'll cut to the chase. A fundamental fear about you that lies deep within the narcissist is your ability to heal and eventually be healed. This is a fundamental fear that lies deep within the narcissist that was involved in your life. You see, they need you to stay stuck. They need you to stay hurt. Now, I'm not condoning what happened to you. I'm never condoning what happened to you. What you went through was unjust. It was uncalled for. You're dealing with really wicked, evil souls, right? This is why you went through the experience that you went through. You are dealing with real, wicked, evil souls, right? And this fear that lies deep within them is that you will heal. You will move on. You will... And when I mean move on, it doesn't just have to be romantic relationships. This could be friendships, family members, colleagues, associates. But you'll generally move on with your life, onwards and upwards, on to better things. And you will do this. It's going to occur. It's going to occur. For each and every one of you, there's a different time scale. The way that you will go through the healing journey. Some of you may progress down the healing journey quicker than others. Some of you may stay stagnant longer than others. But generally speaking, you're all heading in the same direction of healing, right? And this healing, letting go as well. This healing and letting go of them and any thoughts or inclinations that you have or desires that you have to reconcile with them. Letting go of that, being free of that, you know? Guilt that you have, shame that you have. Just let it go. Let it go. As you breathe out, let it go, you know? Let it go. Let it go. Let it go. And that sounds like the Disney song. I know, and it's only just dawned on me when I started saying let it go. But honestly, you really need to let them go. You know, they're not going on to better things. They're not. I've spoke about this in other videos. You know, their path is a dark path that they're on, right? And they want to keep your light dimmed. They want to keep you in the dark. They want to keep you stuck, ruminating about them, wanting to repair things. A lot of you have the savior empath streak within you. I've spoken about this before as well. A lot of you have the savior empath streak in you. And these parasite, wicked souls, the narcissists involved in your life, knew that you had this about you, this savior empath streak. This ability to fix things, you know? When a problem presents itself, you would fix it. You'd fix the problem. You would fix the issue. They saw you do this when you were involved in the relationships with them. They saw you fix problems. They saw you fix issues. So they knew if they leave you with no closure, for example, they leave you hurt, they leave you betrayed, your intrinsic nature is going to be to want to fix the problem. But the quicker you realize there's actually nothing that you need to fix within them, between you and them, there's nothing that needs to be fixed. Let it go. Let them go. You see, by really coming to a realization of this, by coming to a realization on this, of how incredibly powerful it is to let them go, and not want any affiliation with them, literally want nothing more to do with them. This is a beautiful place to be in, you know? And it might seem dark at times. You might feel like you're in the dark still. But God or the universe is close to you, however you want to look at it, whatever your belief system is, it's close to you and will make a way out for you. So don't give up, you know? Don't give up. But this fear, they don't want you to get better. They want you to stay sick. They want you to stay, and I don't mean sick in the sense like stagnant is probably a better description. They want you to stay stagnant and stuck. That's probably a better description than sick. Now I just thought about it. They honestly want you to stay stagnant, stuck, and in this rumination cycle about them. So if you can embrace that, this parasite, this toxic, evil, dusty weirdo, their ultimate aim is to want you to stay stuck. Their ultimate aim is to want you to stay ruminating about them. If you know this is what is in their heart of what is left of it. They want you hurt. They want you stuck. All of this energy that surrounds their intentions of having you in this way is actually a mask of the fear that lives beneath that. You see, the fear that lives beneath that is that you get on with your life, you know. You get to go on to better things. You know, if this was a romantic relationship, you meet someone authentic and kind and pure in the future. You may not be ready for that now, but in time, take your time, you know. You meet someone authentic and pure, that will help heal you. But don't rush it. Never rush these things, you know. Like I always say, if you immediately get out of a relationship and you start looking for a savior in someone else, it's highly likely that you'll fall into another entrapment with another parasite. It's highly likely that will happen, you know. It's highly likely that will happen. Because you haven't done enough healing in yourself. And that's a fear of them too, you know. I've touched on this in other videos as well. That is a fear of them, as we're on the subject of what the narcissist, the fear that lies deep within the narcissist. The main one is the healing. They don't want you to actually get better. But secondary to that, you running into another narcissist gives them fear as well, because they believe that another narcissist might be able to assert certain control over you and take your attention off of them, you see. They don't want the attention taken off of them in any which way. So whether that means you at home, stuck, hurt and betrayed, broken, maybe uncontrollable tears, not eating, not sleeping, they want that focus on them, and that focus will be on them if you stay in that state. Or alternatively, if you immediately after a relationship, you rush out there, meet a new romantic partner, meet a new friend, meet some new people, start affiliating with new people that are parasites, that are snakes as well. There's a fear in the narcissist that was involved in your life that will take your attention off them. So please don't think that immediately rushing out there. You've got to do the healing. The healing is crucial. It's really, really crucial that you take the healing journey seriously, you know. Cultivate relationship with yourself is one of the most beautiful things you can actually do, because these narcissists and toxic individuals that are involved in your life, and some of you may have had this from all angles. You might have experienced this in your friendships, in your family members, in your colleagues, in your associates, in your romantic partners. You may have experienced this toxicity from all angles. They really don't want you to find yourself, you know. They don't want you to discover who you are, what you're here for, your purpose, your meaning. They don't want you to discover that. They're like dream assassins. That's what I call them. They're like dream assassins. You see, you being involved with them, it most likely, not always, but it probably really consumed you. You put a lot of energy into these people. You may have helped them, assisted them in their times of need. You may have really been a life support and a supportive structure or a supportive network to these parasites that are involved in your life, these toxic individuals, these narcissists that are involved in your life. You may have really been a helping hand. And it can be crushing. It can really be crushing that they discard you, reverse discard you, or become so toxic you have to cut them off. It can become really hurtful towards you, knowing that you were deceived, knowing that you let your guard down, knowing that you let someone like that into your life. That's where the healing comes in. It takes a lot of work. Accept what's happened. Accept what's happened. Don't beat yourself up about it. It's not your fault. You were dealing with someone that is operating with the mask. You were dealing with someone that is a deceiver. You know, it wasn't your fault. You believed people were authentic and true and on the same page as you. You really believed that. But this fundamental fear that lies within them is something they live with well after you being involved with them. You know, they really don't want your attention off them. And that's why the endings can be so brutal, can be so chaotic. Some of the narcissists that are involved in your life might actually start pretending to be nice to you or playing the victim role. That's just further manipulation. But from my theory and analysis, I believe that's more lesser narcissists. Not lesser narcissists, but like, that's their way of doing things. Maybe that's a better way of putting it. That's their way of doing things. Doing a pity plea, playing the victim, making you feel sorry for them, pretending to be nice to you, to try and pull your guard down again. You know? Maybe not lesser narcissists, but they're narcissists nonetheless. But like, it's all based around this fear that they have. You know? They know that if they start being nice to you again, or they try and hoover you, or they start playing the victim, you're gonna think about them. They really, it all comes down to wanting your attention on them. Now, breaking free from that spell, you know, it can feel like you're in chains. You know, it can feel like you're bound by this rumination, the thoughts of them. It can completely plague your life. But if you know that you're fighting against something that doesn't need to be there, all of this rumination, all of these thoughts, all of this guilt that you might have, all of this feelings of wanting to reconcile, all of that doesn't actually need to be there, right? I don't know exactly where you are on your journey, how far you've healed, how much work you've done, how soon this was, how recent it was. I can only speak broadly, you know. But you will know, all of you, that initially, when going through narcissistic abuse from the narcissist involved in your life, you can feel completely consumed by the experience that you went through. All of you, I'm sure you'll agree, you're completely consumed. You can't focus on things. Perhaps if you're in work, it's causing you struggles at work. Perhaps if you're at home with your kids, it's causing you problems with your kids. Not problems between you and your kids, but it's causing you real issues in doing daily tasks that used to just feel like normal to you. But you got to realize that you don't need this person, a lot of what feeling bound at the beginning, a lot of maybe even subconsciously some of you, maybe some of you were the one that cut the narcissist off and you were still hurt and betrayed and broken. But maybe subconsciously, a small part of you actually desired to be involved with them again. Perhaps. It's just a theory. Agree to disagree. But this is often what occurs with the rumination. It's wanting something back from everything that you gave. It's wanting you to be paid your dues. Reparations isn't the right word, I don't think. It's being paid your dues. Being paid what you think you deserve. Because you all, collectively, as a group of empaths and chosen ones, put in tremendous amounts of effort into these parasites, right? You did. You put tremendous amounts of effort into these parasites. So this, I know I'm emphasizing more on you being stuck rather than the fear part of what goes on with the narcissist, but the fear part surrounds that. The fear part surrounds that because them keeping you in that state is actually what their intentions are. But on the flip side of that, they're fearful that you won't stay in that state. So you need to really work hard, just with every bit of energy that you have. Focus it inwardly. Focus it on healing yourself, right? And, you know, I always say time doesn't heal, but through time you learn how to deal with it. And it's so, so, so true. For anyone that says, oh, don't worry, you'll get over it, let time pass, time will heal, it's not the case. Through time, you're going to learn, through the healing journey too, you're going to learn how to deal with these emotions, how to deal with this rumination that you have, how to deal with the thoughts that you have about them. You're going to learn how to deal with all of these things. And for some of you, it's going to happen quicker than others. You know, that's just the way it is. There's no exact science to the way this works. There's no exact timeline to the way this works, because all of you as a group of empaths have gone through your own individual experience with this narcissist involved in your life, and it could have affected some more severely than others, or, you know, but collectively as a group of empaths, you are victims of abuse. You have been put through hell and back. But all of this energy, this narcissist, you've got to realize it was a real motive and agenda. They however it ended, reverse discard, or you cut them off because they become too toxic. All of them, narcissists involved in your life around the globe, want their former victim to stay stuck, to stay broken, to live a life beyond repair. They never want you to repair. And they tremendously, it terrifies them, you actually healing. You know? You actually healing terrifies them. Because they know how strong you are. They saw how strong you were from day one. They know how strong you are. And when I say strong, I don't mean how much weight you can lift at the gym or anything like that. I'm talking about in your soul, the strength, the resilience, the spiritual side of things, the strength that you have. They saw this in you. They know that you're strong. And they know fundamentally that if you do heal, you're going to become a much greater, enhanced, ascended version of yourself. A new version, 2.0, with discernment, the ability to judge well, right? You're going to be prepared, right? They know this about you, and it terrifies them. And that's why they never let go. That's why these narcissists involved in your life will hoover you, will try and knock you off the course of healing, provoke you from a distance, try to make you jealous with new supplies, for example. They'll try all sorts of tactics to prevent your rise, to prevent your healing. They don't stop. They don't stop. You know, you only have to look in the comment section. Victims of narcissistic abuse getting hoovers after crazy numbers. 10 years, 20 years. And that's not to mention all the hoovers that they had in between those lengths of time either. These people in the comment section were just merely mentioning that they've received a hoover recently after 10 years or after 20 years. But that's not to say there wasn't several hoovers throughout the course of that time trying to disrupt them from healing. Because this is the fundamental fear that exists within the narcissist psyche, heart, mind, soul, wherever they are. Weirdos, you know. They don't have real soul. They don't have real heart. But what they have of a heart and what they have of a soul, the evil that they are, they want to disrupt you from this healing journey. They really want to disrupt you. So, with that being said, now you know that the intention of this narcissist that is involved in your life is to prevent you from ever healing. This is their objective. This is their aim. Because they fear it. They fear you becoming a brighter version of yourself. Because they know if you stay stuck, if you stay broken, if you stay hurt, it's more or less like you're waiting on the shelf. Now, you might not think that you're waiting on the shelf, but to the narcissist that is involved in your life's mind, they're thinking in their heads they can enter your life whenever they want. If you're staying betrayed, if you're reaching out to them, if you're, doing these things, they believe you need to make it crystal clear to yourself first that you want nothing to do with them. And if the opportunity arises when this narcissist involved in your life makes a hoover attempt or something like that, you can shut them down, door slam and bottom water shut. Then you can make them aware. But first, make yourself aware. First, meditate on that you want nothing to do with them, and realize that you're dealing with someone that is fearful, that is insecure. They're not these individuals that are powerful and, they're not. Every bit of light that you saw within them was a reflection of your own light. Every bit of it. Anything that you even liked about this narcissist that was involved in your life, anything that you even liked was a reflection of yourself. That's what it was. That's what you honestly liked about them. The quicker you realize that as well, they mirror. They don't actually have any substance of themselves. They're like social chameleons, right? They don't have any substance. There's no substance to them. If you was a fly on a wall and you saw them around another group of individuals or around their flying monkeys or around their new supply, you'd be really, 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 really surprised. Because you'd see a totally different person. And already you've seen a totally different person when you witnessed the unmasking of this narcissist that was involved in your life. Going from the love bomb, and like I always say, love bomb doesn't just occur in romantic relationships, it can occur in friendships, family members, colleagues, or associates. But you've already seen the transformation that took place within them. And yes, this transformation takes place when they're involved in other scenarios too. They're fake. They're phony. They're full of shit. They're nothing, right? Please, don't stay stuck. Don't stay broken. Please, the quicker that you don't need them. You really, really don't need them. That's what you really need to reinforce. You don't need them. You don't need their validation. You don't even need a Hoover. A Hoover is a significant step in the healing journey because it makes you fully aware that they was full of shit. You know, for example, if they discarded you and then they hoovered you, to you, it makes you uncomfortable because you've put in all that work on your healing journey. Then you get a hoover one day, a text or a phone call or them driving past you or something like that. And you're like, damn, this person's really phony. Like, that's what the narcissist is so stupid about. Like, that's the download or the realization that you get upon a hoover. You're like, shit, that person's a fake, you know? So that's what you can benefit from a hoover. But really, they're really hoping and clinging to the fact that you let them back in. You know, it's a temperament checker, but they're hoping that you're still on side with them. So please get off that side. Don't stay on that side of the fence with them. You know, you need separation. You need space from them. You need time to work on yourself. You need time alone, away from distractions. You really do, because that's what transforms you, you know, in your healing journey. But look, face it, they're full of fear. This is something that they extremely fear, is you getting better. And the reason is because they know when you get better, your focus is not going to be on them. Like I always say, aim for indifference. If you can aim, if like, say for example, you're fresh out of a narcissistic relationship, right? You're fresh out. If you can put it in your mind that you want to aim for indifference, right? And you actually aim for that. Every day, every waking moment, you spend your time aiming for indifference. You don't ruminate about them. You try not to ruminate about them. You try not to you put off any feelings of wanting to reconciliation or anything like that. And you aim for this point of indifference. You'll get there. You'll get there quicker than someone who's not conscious of aiming for the point of indifference or knowing that indifference is actually a significant step. You're going to get there. Everyone will eventually get to the point of indifference. Naturally, it will occur. But you can actually do things along the way on your healing journey that's going to help you tremendously. You can actually really do things along the way that's going to help you, you know? You know, it's just take on board these points that I've raised. You know, you're battling someone that's fearful of you getting better. That's the battle. You're battling someone that wants you to stay stuck. You're battling someone that wants you to stay broken. You're battling someone that wants you to stay hurt and betrayed. You know? All of you collectively deserve better, and you will find better. You know? One door shuts, another one opens. That's the way it goes. Now that door might not open straight away, you know? You might not even see the door. That's the thing. You can be in the fog. You can be in such a dark place that doors are opening for you. Perhaps it doesn't have to just be people, but doors are opening for you, perhaps in your career, perhaps in business, perhaps in other walks of life. Doors are opening for you, and you're so in the fog that you don't even realize that there's doors opening for you. You know? God or the universe is trying to show you the way, you know? And you're so in the fog, and it's not your fault. I'm not saying it's your fault, you know? It's the pain you've gone through. It's the hurt you've gone through. It's the betrayal you've gone through. Please, look for these doors that open. Look for these doors that open and realize that you will have a newfound life, a newfound spirit, a rejuvenated soul. You will get better. This is not going to last forever. Like I said, time doesn't heal, but you will adjust. The human body, the human mind will adjust to pain. It's very remarkable. You will be able to get through this, right? You will get through this, and you're going to get through this. Stop listening to people that tell you that you're not going to get through this, making out that you're worthless. Don't listen to that stuff. You know, you deserve a lot more, and you'll find a lot more. Put your energy and effort into trying to find something that's good for you, right? Meaning, purpose. You will find things in your life. You will be blessed. You will be bestowed blessings from God, from the universe, from whatever your belief system is. You will be bestowed blessings from this experience you went through. Call it karma. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. Just break that cycle. You know, let them go. Like I said earlier on in the more earlier segment, just let them go. Let them get on with it, and work on your healing. By you working on your healing, you will forget about them. So anyway, if you'd like to know more about the narcissist suffering from dumper's remorse, click this video here. So anyway, I'll be back on another video soon. Peace.